comes Coco. Coco with a drop kick. Puts Onita back to the rope. Fuji on the mat. Onita on the mat. Another drop kick by Coco. And a cover. Referees try to separate Rogers and Onita. Coco throws something in Coco's face. Some sort of powder. Whether it was salt or what, we don't know. But Coco's reversed. And a count of 3, and the Japanese team wins it. The referee trying to separate Rogers and Onita over in the corner. Tojo, seeing that Coco had Fuji pinned, threw something in his eye. I assume salt, but we don't know.
Yeah, you can make a bet on it. It was salt coming out of Tojo's trunks in there.
But that was it for the 3 count.
Yeah. Roy was involved trying to keep Onita back, and the referee was trying to get them both out of the ring. And Tojo, of course, took that opportunity. Coco had a great cover right over here on the corner on Fuji after that sensational series of drop kicks in there. But again, it's Tojo Yamamoto who sticks it in and turns the whole thing around.
8:31.
8:31. 8 minutes, 31 seconds. And the winning team officially is going to end up being Onita, Fuji, and don't forget Yamamoto. Very big part. We've got more action. We've got tournament action coming up for you, and we're going to get to it in just a moment. Big action Tuesday night. 4 main events in the Louisville Gardens, and you're going to see it all. One of the matches will be a famous back alley brawl in which Steve Kern, Bill Dundee, and Big Plowboy Frazier will be going against Bugsy McGraw and the Nightmares. Here's where you start with your clothes on, and everybody tries to rip off the other guy's clothes.
Well, Lance, I ain't never been no match like this, and I really don't even take all my clothes off when I take a bath, so when a man starts taking my clothes off, he got to put some knots on my head, and I'm going to dadgum sure put some on his head. He ain't taking all my clothes off.
Well, I got to see that when they start attacking that. Oh, I can't wait. The bullwhip's going to be on the pole. A Japanese fighting stick will be on a ladder. You and Yamamoto going at it.
Okay, I got a score to settle with Tojo, and last time I was in Louisville, I got treated badly, Tojo, and I don't forget very easily. But this coming up Tuesday, I'm going to set things straight. And I'm going to take my bullwhip or that stick, and I'm going to let you feel exactly what it feels like to be hit with a stick, and you know what it feels like to be hit with a bullwhip. And it's going to be my night, Tojo.
Ooh, that's going to be a vicious match. I just want to say to Rick and Robert, good luck to you in that championship match in there. Effort going after Onita and Fuji's belt.
We're going to be out there at 110%, Lance.
Okay, good. Good luck to you, fellas. Jerry, the folks have got to stay tuned for the rest of this program to see exactly what happened to the Dream Machine. I was a little hot at the time, but
I wanted to be sure and stay tuned because everything turned out rosy as far as I was concerned. I thought I was going to be in some bad trouble, but the people are going to be very happy to see the way it turns out. And I hope the Dream Machine is really mad, and I hope Hart is really mad because I'm tired of playing with these two jerks. I want them to come down there and give it all they've got because I'm going to beat both of them like the dogs that they are, Lance.
Every one of them going to be right there in the Louisville Gardens. You will see it all when Lawler goes against the Dream Machine, Yamamoto and Mantell, McGraw and the Nightmares against Dundee, Kern and Frazier, and then the championship.
A first-round tournament match for the TV title, introducing at 197 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, on the left of your screen, David Price. Going against him, Pensacola, Florida, 228 pounds, Rick Gibson. This will be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match, and the referee is Jerry Calhoun.
All of the tournament matches will be one fall, 15 minutes. I thought it would be interesting today, Dave, if we invited Robert Gibson, the brother of Rick, to come on in here and sit down. And Robert, thank you. Oh, boy, right off the bat, Rick around behind on a dandy move. Robert, he's going against an aggressive young guy. Here's a chance for him to really make a name for himself in David Price. So I know everybody is up for a TV tournament. The thing that's a little curious to me is that everybody seems to put just as much emphasis on the TV title as they would if they were going for the World Tag or the AWA Southern Tag or whatever the title. They seem to put just as much emphasis when in actuality it does not really carry the kind of return to it that a regional title or a national title. Why is that? I mean, what gets everybody up for these TV titles?
Well, Lance Russell, you know that TV title's a big thing. Like, you go in these house shows and you wrestle there, you got like 10,000, 15,000 people. But when you're on this TV, it goes all over. You got like 10 or 15 million people watching this TV station. And to have that TV title means a lot. And I know Ricky's out there at 110%. He's going to go out there to beat this guy here because the TV title does mean a lot, and everybody's out there. They want to get it.
Well, it's interesting to me to see somebody like David Price come along. He's an aggressive young guy, and he's given it his best effort. Obviously, Ricky would be the favorite in it. There are 16 guys entered in the tournament. As a matter of fact, you are also entered in this tournament, and the thought occurs to me, what happens if somewhere down the line in the elimination, you and Rick have to face each other?
Well, I hope that never comes up like that, but, you know, we're both professionals, and if it does, we got to take the situation as it comes.
Okay. Right now, we're seeing Rick go. Oh, Price bangs back. Caught him with a forearm and nailed him with what may have been a fist in the midsection. He's pounding away on Rick, and David Price making a grave effort at it. Slam as he nails Ricky down, shaking his head. And Rick hooking him up. Goes down into the small package. 2-3. Oh, boy, there's a case where that experience pays off, Robert. David went to the well on it once too many, and Rick just hooked him down into that small package, and he ends up with a first round.
We got a 3 count, Lance Russell. That's what counts. Thank you,
I know it tickles you, and Robert, we're going to be looking for you in that ring in there. Thank you, partner, for coming in and having some comments with us on it. Robert Gibson, who just watched Brother Rick, who was a heavy favorite against David Price, come through, but he used the kind of move that really you have the respect for any wrestler who has the ability to do it, to take advantage of the opportunities and sometimes make your own opportunities. Robert over congratulating Brother Rick on a first-round victory. And by golly, we've got another first-round match coming up today. That'll feature Jerry the King Lawler, one of the pre-tournament favorites. We've got that action. We've got a lot more of it coming up. We'll be back to it in just a moment.
The first round TV tournament match. This one also one fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing a 212-pound Nightmare #1. And on the right of your screen, a 232 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, the King, Jerry Lawler. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Whoopee! We're about ready to go with the second of the first round matches for the vacated TV title, Dave. Lawler's got to be a favorite, although I will say that Nightmare #1, while giving away a little weight, brother, he is some kind of rough.
He is indeed. Boy, he has been rough and tough against all opponents. He, along with his partner, Nightmare #2. Oh! Back on the rope. And the referee is warning him about that. Jerry Lawler complaining about being shoved down, and the Nightmare said, hey.
Hooked his leg and dumped him is what he did.
He said we were on the rope and wanted a break. That's why he did it again. Hooked that leg back behind Lawler's left leg and just shoved him back to the mat. Lawler back onto the rope. And he jumps the Nightmare to the mat a couple of times. And again. Now the Nightmare complains that Lawler pulled his mask. That's the way he was getting him off his feet.
Just a little turnabout being fair play right there, Dave.
Exactly what it amounts to. Center of the ring. Lawler fired into the rope. Both of them go on. Nightmare set. Presses Lawler to the mat. Count of 1, 2. Lawler
really fired him up the air, didn't he?
Boy, he sure did. He broke that up at the count of 2 without any trouble whatsoever. Now the Nightmare wants conference with the referee. He's talking to the crowd. He said, you saw it, you saw it. And they're saying, what?
They say, who cares? He didn't know anything but pull my mask. That's the only thing he knows how to say. Because the Nightmare being one of the first time there, I was just looking at Lawler, and of course this guy is nobody to take lightly, this Nightmare. Lawler really very intense in this bout. Oh, beauty! Put him down hard.
That's Lawler sustaining part of the damage there. I think he drove his nose into that mat as he put the brakes on.
Running a bulldog on him in there, and the Nightmare taking time out to do a little commentary on how great he is. He'll get his brains knocked out that way.